check, check. Test, test, test. Test, test. I do have one. Good, good, good. Okay. Wow. Well, good morning, good morning. Maayong gabi. Magandang gabi. Musta, Miss Anne. You were fast to find or see my notification. I hit start or I hit go live, and your comment was within seconds. Galing, galing. How are you, dear? I'm actually making coffee, and I have to go over there and put in my sugar and my honey and all that stuff. Come in, everybody. Looks like we got 3 people, but I only see one person chatting. Who's out there? Come in, come in. Hey, look. What's up? Not logo. I'm pronouncing it like Tagalog. Logo. Not what? Logo. How are you guys? Welcome on a Wednesday morning. I'm early today. I'll be live streaming at 8 p.m. today as well. And look, where are you? Sanka. MacKay stuff. Aw. No problem. Work is good. Salamat, ikaw rin, ikaw din, ikaw too. Where in the Philippines? Saan Pinas? I like your profile picture. In Pasay. Isn't that near Taguig? No? I was in Taguig in 2018. Yeah, near Marikina, correct? Muy bien, girl. What do you mean my hagdan is broken? It's not broken. It's working. Excuse me, let me cough here. Okay. You must not have your notifications turned on, girl. Because I can click. Oh, you were kidding. Ah. What are you doing now, Lot Lot? What do I call you? I don't like saying Lot Lot. Ano ang pangalan mo? What can I call you? Mimi, uh, what? Ate, uh, Gamay, um, Dang Dang. I know. Well, you said it's not notifying you. Your email isn't notifying you. So, Lot Lot, what can I call you? Wait, what happened to Anne? Anne, where'd you go? Miss Ennis, Kai. Girl, help me out. Ask Lot Lot. What name can I call her instead of Lot Lot? Okay. I said, can you hear me? I'm asking Lot Lot, what is her name or what other name can I call her instead of Lot Lot? Can I call her what? Nick, does she have a nickname? Do you have a nickname, Lot Lot? A shortcut name? Seven people in the house. Come in, people. Come in. Say something. I know that's it. Es todo, no más. Lot. Okay, let me go make some coffee. Come with me. Hold on. Let's go over to the kitchen. Oh, wait. I got to turn off the background here. Stand by. Okay, let's go over to the kitchen. And I have to make some coffee here. Okay, are we good? Wait. How about right there? Okay, come on, let's go make coffee. Okay. I got to like this and lug this thing around so I can have my. What am I doing? Oh, I'm looking for water. Whoa. And I'm full. Empty the recycle. Hold on. Garage. In the bag. And like the routine with emptying refill. And I have to do this so I can get Xbox. This is recycled. This stuff actually gets recycled, repurposed into plastic, paper, and glass. Cardboard. Ready to take out. Later on. One more pour on the coffee. One Splenda. And my honey. Well, the honey is all crystallized because it's unfiltered. Unfiltered. So I have to microwave it for 20 seconds to get soft. Sorry if I'm missing your text here. Let's see, clean up kitchen. You're always on YouTube. That's what I always told you. Clean up the kitchen? Well, it's dishes are done. There's a little bit of dishes in the sink. Well, okay, now you got me. Now you're convicting me. And I put away the dishes. Yes, Mom. Right away, Mom. There's no coffee. One more. Yeah. Like stuff in my throat this morning. What's that? What's that? There's a handful of blueberries here. Might as well eat those. Holy. Okay. I'm actually melting the honey jar because this is plastic. And the microwave's melting the plastic. Oh my gosh, so thick. It's not even doesn't even pour anymore. It's just thick sugar, crystal. You know, when I bought it, I knew that it was unfiltered. And I was going to have problems. But I bought it anyway because it was cheaper. And that's just what I get for it. You get what you pay for. Sorry if I'm missing anybody that came in the room. Almost finished here. I should have done this before I started the live stream. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Okay. There's the creamer. Finished. Split it up. Coming back. Salahat, everyone. All right, where's the top? Where's the lid? Girl in the mirror, where is the lid? is it? Do you see it? What the heck? Where's the lid? Wait. Where is it? Oh my gosh. How can I miss the lid of my coffee cup? What? Okay, this is a mystery all of a sudden. Oh, I gotta put away the glasses and the silverware. Where is the top to my coffee cup? Oh, it's over here. What? Okay. Oh, Scott. Cabinets. Good question. They might be. They might be a faux, wood, with just the finish being cherry wood. Let me see. I threw it in the trash can. No, it was sitting over on the couch. Well, it looks like it looks like it might be. No, you know what? This is fake. The inside of this is blonde, and it's that board. Say no. It's just a finish. All the doors might be, but no. The inside has got that particle board. Not particle board, but it's not. Unless it's two wood, like a pine, or what's that blonde wood, the yellow wood? Maple, that's not maple, no. And then the outside is cherry wood. Sure. I'm not going to give the benefit of being cherry wood, although, let's see, I can see some holes here where they drill. Let me see the inside. Does it look cherry wood inside? Anyways, so your guess is as good as mine, Scoop. It might. If it is, then great. If it's not, it doesn't surprise me. Where are you, Scoop? Oh, wait. That's honey. Honey? Oh, Presley. Hey, I didn't see you come in. Wait, I got to scroll back here. Sorry. Okay, I caught up now. Okay. Presley came in. I must have just got up to do my coffee when you came in. It's in your pocket. Oh, you're currently in CA, as in Canada or California? And you're from Australia, Queensland. Have you been here before, Scoot? I ask because there's been others from Australia, California, and New Zealand. There's one young guy that comes in, and he's becoming a regular from Auckland. And yeah, I believe, maybe that was you. That was from Australia, Queensland. Yeah. You're in what part of California are you in? Are you visiting or working, or? That's my home state. I was born there in San Diego. Where are you? In the southern part. Okay. Do you drink coffee? Sorry. Lot. Do you drink coffee? The floor is that maple, You saw the floor? You've seen the floor? It's that maple. It's probably not real maple, but that's the color at least. That. There you go. The entire, this whole space here, it's all open. There's no walls. So the living room, the kitchen, the dining room are all one continuous space. See, there's the kitchen, and then, of course, this narrow live is not very. There's the dining room, and then over here to me, I'm in the. Well, let's go this way. The TV is in front of me. What in the heck is that black bar? All of a sudden, that popped up there in the upper right. What is that? Oh, that was weird. Huh. So anyways, yeah, this is just one continuous open layout, and it's got the hardwood floor throughout. But then as soon as you go over to the berthing area, or the, using nautical terms, when you go over to the sleeping area, which is down that hallway, it's all carpeted over there. Let's see here, yeah. But this room, this living space, is all that flooring. Turn it back here. Okay, where were we? San Jose. Oh, no way. Ah, congratulations. How long ago was that you got married? Aw. Yeah, my coffee, you're like my mother, girl. She likes it plain black. And my brother, the same. They're just straight black coffee drinkers. Oh, this is old news. I thought maybe it was a recent, long distance relationship connection, like you watch on, the TV. Cool. And is the area you're living in, is that where your spouse's family? Is that why you're in San Jose area? Or just life events or work brought you to that area? Anne, are you busy? Are you live streaming, Anne? Or, gosh, you must be asleep. You must be in bed. But you've known her longer? Ah. Oh, you're welcome, Anne, and happy birthday. I asked you for the hot gun, but you never posted, but it's okay. I was going to play happy birthday on the Alexa device over there. And if I was, when I akyat, I was going to play the birthday music for you. So. No problem. Next time. And you're 29 years old, right, Anne? 29 for the 10th time? My mother, when I asked my mother when I was little, I would ask her, Mom, how old are you? She says, I'm 29, Gary. And I said, oh, you're old. And then the next year, I would ask her, so how old are you now, Mom? She says 29. And she was 29 for like the next 10 years. Right. Me too. I'm 29. 29 times what? Yeah, since birth. Um, when yeah, I remember, when I was little. Well, let's see, I must have been like 10, 11, 12 years old. Yeah, I would ask my mom, "How old are you?" And she'd say 29. And then 5 years later, "How old are you again, Mom?" She says, "I'm 29." No, I'm Scott or Scoot. Sorry, I'm going to call you Scott because that's more. I'm not 29. I want to go to heaven, but not too soon. Just soon. Awesome. So you've been here before. Scoot, obviously. Oh my gosh, I got to clear my throat again. I think it's the morning um, thickness, in your throat, and now I'm putting coffee on top of it, creamer and sweetener. Oh, my coffee is the bomb. It's dark, extra dark. It's called Beyond Black. Awesome. Thank you, Scoot. Again, and don't forget the like, the thumbs up. Looks like we got 6 people watching. Come in. There's only 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 people in the room. Oh, Presley, where'd you go? Gosh, you're up early. It's 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock back there in Arizona. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Scoot. Well, I just got a new lid. I ordered this lid. Actually, it's uh, my second style of lid. The first one kept cracking. I don't know if it's the heat or because it's Chinese or both, but this is another China product, and I'm trying a new lid. This one has that flip off, flip up, flip down lid for the mouth, for the drinking. But it's that seal, rubber seal inside the top, and it's okay. It's not exactly what I was looking for, but I'm gonna try it and see if this one breaks. So far, so good. Right, your day. I know. Well, example, this morning I drove my Asawa, my wife, to work. And on the way to work, she likes to stop at the 7-Eleven, but it's called Wawa here in New Jersey. It's like a 7-Eleven on steroids. It's incredible. So, whoa, do you see that? When I typed in Wawa, it says Trump's voice. What? Where did that come from? Oh my gosh, I've never seen that. Watch. I'm going to type in wah, and watch what it puts. No, it didn't do it. Do you see that? Do you see that comment? Can you see that? Or is that just a weird? Can you see that Trump's voice underneath Wawa? Oh, you have a Wawa dam? Wow. Well, anyways, Wawa is a Native American Indian. You don't see it. Weird. Let me see if I can share screen this and show you this. This is weird. I wonder what it looks like on a computer. It's not clickable. I can't click on the Trump's voice. But underneath that comment right there that I'm highlighting right now, it says Trump's voice. And the T in Trump is kind of cut off at the top. Let me see if I can show you. This is weird. See if I can share screen. See if it works here. Give me a second. Okay. Can you wait, I gotta click on the right. There we go. Okay. Now watch this. Can you zoom in on Trump's? Let me see if I can do that for you. No, it disappeared. Oh, hold on. Let me try again. This is crazy. Try again. Look, I know it's not going to try. Digital poltergeist. Exactly what I'm looking at right now. And when I hover my cursor over it, it's not responding like the rest of the letters. You'd have to see what I'm seeing, but it is. It's a digital poltergeist. That's a good way of. It says Trump's voice. Like, what? Is that something Trump says? Wah wah. Rugger. Speaking of Australia, wait, Rugger. You're in America or you're in wait. You're in New Zealand. Or wait, I'm trying to remember. You play rugby. Where are you located? Are you in the UK? Possibly? I'm trying to remember. I can't remember. Anyhow, yeah, let me wait for your response and see what England. That's right. That's right. You did tell me you're in a tiny island called Jersey. That's weird. I'm in New Jersey, but you're on a tiny island. I'll have to look that up. Is it near like the Isle of Man? Or I don't know. I don't know my island geography over there in the UK. Oh, what happened to my background? Should I put my background back up? What do you think? What virtual background should I put? What about this one? I think that'd take up my, I think I'm in the, yeah, that one you can't see. Oh, too small. I mean, too big. Yeah, I'll just stick with my emergency ambulance background there. 12 miles from France, 52 miles from England. It's called a crown dependency. Not much happens here. So, okay, how do you get your where do you work? Or do you work on the island, or do you have to commute into France? What is the what's the question I'm looking for? The national product of New Jersey? What is the yeah? What is the livelihood? Do you must get your foods? Do you get shipments? Do you rely on outside sourcing, or do you provide for your own? I know I'm not asking the right question, but I think you know what I'm trying to say. How big is the island? Yeah, I know a lot of small islands, depend on, well, maybe that's why that's called a crown dependency, I'm guessing. Maybe you depend on the, well, that just means you're dependent on the crown. Rugger, Scoot, Girl in the Mirror, um, Anne, are you busy or you're probably sleeping? And Girl in the Mirror, too. It's 10 minutes after 11. My God. And what happened to Presley? Presley, where'd you go? Lot, lot. Come back, come back. All right, girl. You got the best cows and potatoes. You grow your own vegetables. Okay. UK, France, as well as have the best of both worlds. Oh, all right, Scoot. You too, Scoot. Appreciate you coming back. And thanks for the support and the chat, etc., etc. Oh, wait, that was Rugger telling me you have the best cows and potatoes. Oh, wait, no, that was Rugger. That's right. I'm completely confusing you guys. All right, girl. Thank you for that. I'll be back on at 8 p.m. tonight. So 9 a.m. your time when you wake up. Okay, I'm back. I'm not confused anymore. Rugger, you're the one that lives on the Thailand Island. Okay. Scoot is the one that is from originally Australia, Queensland, and he came to America 30 years ago, married his loved one, and lives in San Jose. Okay, okay. I got it. I'm not confused anymore. Oh, very good. Cool. So, well, I'm just creating conversation. So it's Jersey to Jersey live streaming. There you go. It is. That's awesome. Just quite a gap between the two jerseys. Do you have to? I know how construction can be. That can be. Either they're building or they're not. And being on a small island, are you running out of work and rely on your rental um, when you're not working? I'm just curious because I know how, construction, once the construction runs out in an area, you have to find it elsewhere, and you have to travel or, yeah, there's one member that comes in. He's in the construction business, if I remember correctly. He's from Boston area, Massachusetts, but he's currently in Florida because that's where the work is. So he's on a job in Florida, which is, what, 1,000 miles away or more. Walker, Vidor, what's the word? God is the word. He is the word, right? The way, the truth, and the life. But to answer your question, right now we're just kind of winging it. I just came on about 40 minutes ago, and we're just making coffee, creating small talk. Rugger is telling me about his line of work over on a small island called Jersey in the UK. And a few other people have come in, and yeah, we're just kind of winging it right now. Okay, so it's constant here. There's 110,000 people on an island, 5 miles long, 7 miles wide, well populated. Yeah, I was going to say 110,000 for 5 miles long, 7 miles wide. Where are you coming from, Walker? Walker? What part of the world? Yeah, conversation usually leads down the road of one of three things. One of three things probably brought you here, Walker. You're either watching videos about the Word of God, the military, and or emergency medicine, or something related in some way or another to one of those three. And that's typically what brings people here. Oh, you're coming from none of your business world. Ah, you're one of them. None of your business world. Well, it's okay, bro. This is just chat. And I'm a geographically oriented person. So when I, meet people, typically, especially when I'm traveling, I need to ask them, so which way's north? Which way's south? Which way's east, west? And many people don't know. They're like, they just point, and and then I start walking that direction, and come to find out they pointed me in the wrong direction. So when I meet people, I want to know, so where are you from? And in my mind, I go there in the world. It's like, oh, you're north of me, or you're on the other side of the world, or, oh, I've been there before. I vacationed there, or, et cetera, et cetera. And that creates conversation. Yeah. It's, I guess in my line of work, that I used to do, I interviewed people on a daily basis. I walked into their homes. I walked into their bathrooms. I opened their refrigerators and their cupboards, trying to figure out why they called us here and what's wrong with them. So I'm constantly asking people, questions, especially when it comes to medical, problems. It doesn't, I have no problem asking somebody, oh, what happened to your leg? Or, what medical condition, do you have? And they'll tell me, oh, cerebral palsy. And I'll talk to them about it, or something, where most lay people won't even go there. It's none of your business. Type thing. Like, well, Toronto, see, now it creates conversation. I'm 8 hours below you, down in New Jersey. My wife has family in Toronto. Been there, stayed there. Ate at some big Chinese all-you-can-eat restaurant there in Toronto. I know it's a big place, but I have some friends, one in Ottawa and the other one in Ontario. I think it's Toronto. He lives right at the edge of Lake Ontario. Does Lake Ontario border Toronto? think so, right? The west end of Lake Ontario. Originally San Diego, California, and then life events brought me here to New Jersey. That's what's up, dude. That's what's up, dude. Ned, why are you awake? Oh my gosh. The Filipino crowd is still awake at 11:20 at night. Good morning, Miss Kurtnet. I know, Ned. I thought you would be already asleep. 11:30 in the dark. Oh, Walker, have you been here before, or is this your first time? I'm zooming in on your profile. I'm looking at the car. There's been others in here that have a car for their profile. What kind of car is that? I can't. I can't make out the headlight there. I don't know what that is. Well, good night, Miss Knit. I will be live streaming around 9 o'clock in the morning, your time, tonight. I decided to go live right now because I'm bored. So, oh, you know what? Should I put on Trump's hat and get everybody's comment on President Trump? What do you think? No, I didn't see the logo. I'm trying to zoom in on. Let's see. Hold on. You know, I'm on a 60-inch TV. I'm using the Xbox to do this live stream, and no, the BMW logo is covered up by the YouTube symbol. Where's it located? Right there in between the headlights or on the hood? I don't see it. Nope. I can't zoom in anymore. No, I don't see it. Oh, maybe it's there in the the middle right. It looks like a reflection, but I don't recognize it as being a BMW logo. So, anyways, yeah, there you go. Well, everywhere I go when I'm wearing it, you know, it's everybody's looking at it. Not too many people like to say anything, but prior to the election, I was getting a lot of comments by people, and especially younger crowd. You know, I like your hat. I like your hat. You can get it on. Well, you're in the middle of nowhere, Rugger. But I was going to say Amazon um, is where I found it. It's what is it again? Keep America Great Again. Save America. Wait, what is it? Save America Again. Yeah. I'm sorry, Walker, what is ALR? What ALR makes sense? You've been here before, maybe once. You look familiar? Well, you would know if you've been here. I have a hard time, keeping people straight. Who's who? Got you. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm putting your comments here in context. Um, I don't know slangs. Well, some, but you guys are Max. The younger crowd is full of them, and a lot of them I'm not familiar with. So what is ALR? Let me try to put that in context. Um, you were talking about BMW. Couldn't see the logo. All right, makes sense. Is that what ALR is referring to? Bro, that's not right. Yeah, I got it. Did you do? I did, Rugger, but I didn't have the video that I normally have. Um, yeah. I figured it out there, Walker. Um, but slangs are, you can overuse them and confuse me. Here in emergency medicine, in this job, in this line of work, there's plenty of slangs and mnemonics and abbreviations. Whether you use them, usually we use them to remember things because there's it takes too long to say it, out loud or try to remember it. So if you develop an abbreviation or a mnemonic or whatever to remember something, it sometimes makes it easier. But when we do our paperwork and when we're charting, is what it's called, abbreviations are frowned upon because we're always told there's going to be a possibility that one day you're going to get subpoenaed in court to, in the event of, a case that goes to court, a medical call, goes to court. And so it might be 3 or 4 years or more down the road from when you ran that call. And the clearer your documentation can be, the better, because you're going to have to remember what happened then, and you might not recall 4 years ago, details about this call. So it would behoove us to avoid abbreviations and put it as clear as possible. So if you pick it up 4 years later and you read it, it makes total sense. But anyways, so yeah, abbreviations are good. They're useful, but when it creates difficulty, then that's when or for instance, when you're speaking in a crowd, such as a chat room, and not everybody understands abbreviations, like especially the modern abbreviations, the ones that kids are using today, then it creates, confusion. And as you can see, that's what it did for me. I had to try to figure out, okay, what the heck? UDK slangs, ALR makes sense, etc., etc. That's with that green screen nonsense. What in tarnation? Okay, Walker, you're. Wait. You already told me you're up in Canada. Okay, that's a down south expression. What in tarnation? That's what's his name? Elmer Fudd, not Elmer Fudd. Foghorn Leghorn. Here, I'm gonna date myself here. Do you know who Foghorn Leghorn is? Hanna-Barbera cartoons. That's what I used to do for a living. So it's fitting for the context of my channel is emergency medicine, military, and the Word of God. And the other reason, to answer your question, is my family. who actually one is at work, but my son is here. He doesn't like being on video, and so the less I can draw attention to them, the better it is for them. So the green screen um, does keep their privacy. When it does, as you know, when they walk by, they will break the green screen um, through the green screen, but otherwise, it's my 19-year-old son. He doesn't like being. So, yeah, it looks all right to me. What tarnation? You never heard that before, Roger? Yeah, I don't know where that came from. You'd have to Google that. But you can put it in context, right? You can understand it, even though you've never seen it before. What tarnation do you mean? What are you messing with that green screen nonsense? Not a very valid response, but okay. I need my dictionary. What do you mean not a very valid response? What? That was as valid as could be. That's exactly why I use it. What I say? Number one, it fits the content of my channel. And number two, it keeps the privacy of my family. And the background here, without the background, it's not as visually appealing. I don't really have a background, set for like in a studio. It's the house. Let me show you. It's just, what is it? It's whoops, I hit the wrong one here. Sorry. I hit the wrong button. It's the wall, with a plaque that says, what does it say back there? It says there, it's got a few spoons up there on the wall. That's from the Philippines. Those are a cuchara and tinador. That's spoon and fork in Spanish. And then that right there says, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Joshua 24:15. Can barely make that out. And then a globe over there. Yeah. So anyhow, so it's either that or this or this. I started messing with the green screen background, and that's what happened. Everything went blank, and it said not enough memory to something. that is the Xbox, the drawback of having or working with an Xbox. It doesn't do very well with too much information. It overloads the memory. Test, test, test. Okay, I got audio still. Good to go. All right, I'm back. Man really said for privacy, like he's in witness protection or something. No, it's called respecting my wife and my son, my family. Come on, Walker. Yeah. So, anyways, that's the background. I mean, would you rather have the wall and that door of the pantry? Oh, now it looks like I'm. Oh my gosh! You know what? I might be signed off of the StreamYard. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Weird. It's not. I don't have any virtual backgrounds now, which tells me that I am signed out of StreamYard. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay? Give me a second. Now, you might be able to hear me throughout this, but maybe not. Rugger. Okay, I'm back. Don't know if that made a difference or not. I'm gonna find out here. Hold on 1 second. Give me one moment. Sounds like a easy to read version or an easy to read. Give me one moment here. There we go. All right, enough of that. Like I can only, I gave him an opportunity to chill out, and then he started regressing. All right. Sometimes I wonder, it always makes me, if you're listening, Walker, I hope you are, is what is in a person's makeup, in their body up here, I guess, to be able to come into any conversation, usually via a keyboard, because you don't run into people that are speaking one on one with you in front of you, and they speak that way. And I always wonder, what is it in their body that is enabling them to want to uh, talk the way they talk, or like he was talking. Why? What makes people? Do they live in that uh, like anxiety? It doesn't. I always wonder, why for people to continue to uh, spam or egg people on with negative comments, over and over and over again, constantly trying to, you know, pick at your anyhow. We were on a normal conversation there for a moment. He shared with me where he's from, and we were talking about that for a bit, and then all of a sudden it was, why, and that's not a good enough explanation, and seems like this, seems like that, and it's like, okay, it's like I need to relax. Well, hey, Rugger, if I didn't already mention that, the Bible itself, until let me back up. The Bible can be, a difficult read. And it's not, it's not easy for me, after 17 years, sometimes when I'm reading a certain chapter or a certain book. But if I include some kind of a study source, about the Bible verses, then it tends to make it more, it makes it easier. It's like I'm using the Bible now as a reference instead of maybe the other way around, trying to read the Bible, or maybe I'm saying it backwards. Instead of having the Bible in my hands and reading it, is get another, piece of material that is based on Scripture, that's written by somebody that has studied it a lot longer and has more education behind it, like a teacher. In this case, he's a pastor, that travels the United States and preaches, throughout the United States, and he's written many books. So, I can read his book, and throughout, for instance, this book, it refers to the Bible. He uses references. So I can then go to the Bible and read as to what he's referring to. For instance, the Bible begins with the statement, "In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth," Genesis 1:1. And then you can read, he goes in and elaborates on that. And then he says Psalm 14:1. And then you can always go to the Bible and turn to that verse and see it and read it, and then read what he says about it. So it's like I'm reading the Bible through somebody else's study. And then when I am reading the Bible alone, this comes to mind when I come to that verse. I was like, oh yeah, I remember what Dr. in this case, it's one of four authors, the author said about that in this book. Yeah, I know. I always wonder, is it just it's like, does he wake up in the morning and say, okay, I'm going to go online and, you know, uh, cause friction with live streamers today. Do people really do that? Do they really, is that their agenda? I've got to get online and, oh, that's, he's not the only one. I mean, there's many that come into chat just to make, you know, uh, profane comments, for example, or um, whatever. But here's a good way of explaining. Instead of trying to figure out why people do that, the question is, what behavior do we, me, you, what behavior do we expect from broken people? And the answer is you would expect broken behavior. So what are we? Or what was I? I'm still broken, but now I've chosen to accept the cure for my brokenness, right? But I'm still wearing this shell that's going to die one day. So do I still make mistakes? Yes. So what behavior do you expect from a broken person? You would expect broken behavior. For example, Walker, who was just here. We don't like it, but then again, you say, you know what? What behavior did I expect from a person, a broken person? And that made more sense to me. And then you can have compassion for people when you understand why. That is the catch-all definition of, or explanation, why people do what they do. Why do people murder each other? Well, what behavior do you expect from a broken person? You expect broken behavior. That makes the most sense. Oh yeah, that's exactly why we do what we do. Because we're broken. We're dying. Our brain is dying. Everything's dying. Yeah, it was 60 questions. No, it's the Creation Answers book. It's backwards, but it's the Creation Answers book. The rear of it said 60 questions. What does it say? Answers to more than 60 questions in 20 categories. Excuse me. Sorry for blowing your ears out. The categories are: does God exist? They're questions. 6 days, really? Number 3, what about gap theories? Number 4, what about carbon dating? Number 5, how can we see distant stars in a young universe? Number 6, how did bad things come about? What about arguments for evolution? Who was Cain's wife? Where's the sons of God and or the Nephilim extraterrestrials? Number 10, was the flood global? Number 11, what about continental drift? Noah's flood, what about all that water? How did the animals fit in Noah's ark? How did fresh and saltwater fish survive the flood? Where are all the human fossils? What about the Ice Age? How did animals get to Australia? How did all different races, quote unquote, races arise? What about dinosaurs? And number 20, what can I do? So there's 60 questions on those 20 categories. And this was available, I think I've mentioned before, through that creation.com website. Creation.com. I'll post it again. But can you see that? Walker, you're back. Bro. Can you see that website? Does that come up when I post it? I ask because if you're not a moderator, then you cannot, if you post a URL, a website, the rest of the audience won't be able to see it if you're not a moderator. So I'm wondering, when I post a website, can you see it? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. If you need it, just let me know if you need me to hold it a little bit longer. But yeah, there's so many. There's so many books on that website. I've purchased a few. The Greatest Hoax on Earth, refuting Dawkins on evolution. Evolution, Achilles' heel. Sorry. And you'll see them. You'll see it on that website. Just peruse the website, and there's plenty of things to consider. If you want to purchase them. Or I don't know if all of them are available digitally, online. If that's what is, if that's what you would rather do. But some of the issues are available online. I just subscribed to the Journal of Creation, which is more of a technical, peer-reviewed magazine with scientific articles. And yeah, exactly. That's why sorry, I'm bouncing around, but that is what the book is based on. Those, common questions that an unbeliever would ask. How do you fit all the animals on the earth on the ark? Well, it's the way it's usually what people want to think. That there's no way you could fit all the animals, on the earth, onto an ark, even of that size. And well, let's read the answer to that. I know the answer already, but this will put it a lot easier or a lot better than I can put it. Here we go. Gosh, figured. Actually, this it's more than it's how did animals get from the ark to places such as Australia. It doesn't talk about how did all the animals fit. Oh no, it does. I'm sorry, page 177. Here we go. Many skeptics would assert that the Bible must be wrong because they claim that the ark could not possibly have carried all the different types of animals. This has persuaded some Christians to deny the Genesis flood or believe that it was only a local flood involving comparatively few animals. Usually, such doubters have not thought it through. On the other hand, the classic creationist book, The Genesis Flood, contained a detailed analysis as far back as 1961. A more comprehensive and updated technical study of this and many other related questions is John Woodmarap's book, Noah's Ark, A Feasible Study. This chapter is based on material in these books, plus some independent calculations. There are two questions to ask. How many types of animals did Noah need to take? And number two, what was the ark's volume? Was the ark's volume large enough to carry all the necessary types? And how many types of animals did Noah need to take? Here's the first part. Well, the relevant passages are in Genesis chapter 6, verse 19 and 20, which says, "And you shall bring into the ark two of every kind," remember that word, "of every living thing of all flesh, to keep them alive with you. They shall be male and female. Two of every kind shall come to you to keep them alive. Of birds after their kind." You know what? I always question myself because they don't use the King James. And I always try to stick with the King James. But, I mean, it pretty much says the same thing. But I always like to read King James. That way I'm not leaving out something that I know was in there in the first place. "And of every living thing of all flesh, two of every..." Wait a minute. 6, 19, 20? Well, here's an example. Right? Interesting. Next, keep them alive. They shall be male and female. Okay, let me continue. For instance, they changed the word "sort" in the King James to "kind" over here in whatever they're using. But let me continue. And of every living thing of all flesh, two of every sort shall thou bring into the ark, to keep them alive with thee. They shall be male and female. Of fowls, that is, flying creatures, birds, winged insects, of fowls after their kind, and of cattle after their kind, of every creeping thing of the earth after his kind, two of every sort shall come unto thee to keep them alive. Okay, so and then Genesis 7, 2, 3 says, "Of every clean beast thou shalt take to thee by sevens, the male and his female, and of beasts that are not clean by two, the male and his female." And then of fowls, again, that was flying creatures, birds, winged insects. Also of the air by sevens, the male and the female, to keep seed alive upon the face of all the earth. All right? So based on that, in the original Hebrew, the word variously translated as beast or cattle in these passages is the same, behemah, and it refers to land vertebrate animals in general. Oh, I'm sorry. In the original Hebrew, the word variously translated as beast or cattle in these passages is the same, and that word is behemah, and it refers to land vertebrate animals in general. The word for creeping things is, I'm going to pronounce it wrong, remes, R-E-M-E-S, which has a number of different meanings in Scripture. But here it probably refers to reptiles. Noah did not need to take sea creatures because they would not necessarily be threatened with extinction by a flood. However, turbulent water carrying sediment would cause massive carnage, as seen in the fossil record, and many oceanic species probably did become extinct because of the flood. If God in his wisdom decided not to preserve some ocean creatures, this was none of Noah's business. Noah did not need to take plants either. Many could have survived as seeds, and others could have survived as floating mats of tangled vegetation, as seen today after severe storms. Many insects and other invertebrates were small enough to have survived on these mats as well. According to Genesis 7:22, the flood wiped out all land animals that breathe through nostrils except those on the ark. Insects do not breathe through nostrils, but through tiny pores, tracheae, in their exterior skeleton or shell. Anyways, so he goes on, describes clean animals, and then what is a kind? God created a number of different types of animals with much capacity, with variation within limits. The descendants of each of these different kinds, apart from humans, would today mostly be represented by a larger grouping than what is called a species. In many cases, those species descended from a particular original kind. For instance, the cat kind. It's shown genetically even how God more than likely front-loaded, even in humans, front-loaded the diversity that was required to produce all the different species of humans. We're going to call them species just for now, i.e., the Asian, the different colored skins, the different, structures of eyes and nose and mouth and head and etc. Body types, body heights. God front-loaded that information into the original, for example, male and female. So it makes a lot of sense, overwhelming sense, that from two original people can come the diversity that you see around the world today very easily. And you see it in animals. You see it with cats. You see it with dogs. You see it with every animal. You got an original kind of cat, and everything after that came from that original two, male and female. Or in some of these cases, it was sevens. Did you read that? God said, 7 of this, 7 of that. So that diversity, it's what we see today. Birds, every bird that you see today came from an original male and female bird. Or in this case, did it say 7? Anyways, whatever God's word said. So that is a kind. What is a kind? In many cases, these species descended from a particular original kind would be grouped together today within what modern taxonomists or biologists who classify living things call a genus, or for plural, genera. So you can, the horse kind, for example. Today you see zebras, you see donkeys, you see burros, you see horses. That diversity to create those different species of horse makes total sense. The different elephants that you see around the world, the Asian elephant, the woolly mammoth, the other elephants that you see. Anyways, I'm not going to obviously have time to read all this, but it goes into later, was the ark large enough to carry all these types? Here's an interesting. The ark measured 300 by 50 by 30 cubits. That's Genesis 6:15, which is about 137 by 23 by 13.7 meters, or 450 by 75 by 45 feet. So its volume was 43,200 cubic meters, or 1.52 million cubic feet. To put this in perspective, this is the equivalent volume of 522 standard railroad stock cars, each of which can hold 240 sheep. If the animals were kept in cages with an average size, some would be much bigger, others smaller, of 50 by 50 by 30 centimeters. That's 20 by 20 by 12 inches. That is 775,000 cubic meters. I'm sorry, cubic centimeters, or 4,800 cubic inches. The 16,000 animals would only need 1,200 cubic meters, or 42,000 cubic feet, or 14.4 stock cars. Remember, the ark is equivalent to 522 standard railroad stock cars. The space that would be needed would be only 14.4 of those of that ark. Even if 1,000,000 insect species had to be on board as well, it would not be a problem because they require little space. If each pair was kept in cages of 4 inches per side, or 1,000 cubic centimeters, all the insect species would need a total volume of only 12 stock cars. This would leave room for 5 trains of 99 cars, each for food. Noah's family and range for the animals and airspace. I'm sorry. This would leave room for 5 trains of 99 cars, each for food, Noah's family, and range for the animals and airspace. Yeah, Charles Darwin was wrong. All right, i.e., the book that I purchased, Evolution: The Greatest Deception in Modern History, and so on and so forth. I've got a a book that is, I'm sorry, a video. Boy, my body is really like got morning all in it. I'm looking for this particular DVD that I bought on that subject. Darwin, about Darwin. Darwin, the voyage that shook the world. Darwin got it all wrong. And how that Darwin's, that whole event in history in the 1800s, how that shook the world. Rugger, are you still there? Sorry, bro. I had a complete shutdown. Okay, I got audio, looks like. Yeah, my entire Xbox uh, closed down, shut everything off. So I had to reset and go through the whole 9 yards to get back online. Sorry if I was away there. Oh, so anyhow, um, the the bottom line about Noah's Ark, the conclusion is, just to finish where I was. It talks about, was the ark large enough to carry all the necessary types, the food requirements, excretory requirements. Where's all the crap go, from all those animals? Um, and it throws in some considerations about hibernation for some of the animals and how that may have played a role in caring for, those animals that hibernated during certain times of the year. Um, the conclusion is, we have shown here that the Bible can be trusted on testable matters like Noah's Ark. Many Christians say that the Bible can only be trusted on matters of faith and morals, not scientific matters. But we should consider what Jesus Christ himself told Nicodemus. Quote, "If I have told you earthly things, and you do not believe, how shall you believe if I tell you heavenly things?" Similarly, if the Bible can be wrong on testable matters such as geography, history, and science, why should it be trusted on matters like the nature of God and life after death, which are not open to empirical testing? Question mark. Hence, Christians should, quote, "be ready always to give an answer to everyone who asks you a reason of the hope that is in you." 1 Peter 3:15. When skeptics claim that the Bible conflicts with known scientific facts. Seeing that the Bible can be trusted on testable matters, non-believers disregard its warnings concerning future judgment at their own peril. So, don't know if you're still there or if anybody's still out there after I completely, looks like 0 viewers. But yeah, maybe reload the page here and see if that does anything. Well, if you're still out there, Rugger, amen that you bought that book. It looks like you're actually taking notes on some of the things that I've already done or the path that I've gone down. That's pretty cool. I I rarely get to see the fruits of my my work as to whether or not people uh, believe any differently or if they uh, are listening. And every now and then, I've been seeing posts such as yours that shows me that that people are actually listening and are interested in something that I've shared. One of the other uh, Zach, his screen name is Jekyll's. He revealed to me that something I had said or a resource that I used, he was currently or now is using. And I thought, really? You mean you actually listened to what I suggested? And it was pretty cool to see his, that he too is using the 1828 dictionary online, in to help him study. So Cool. Yep. Yep. All right. You know what? Let me end this and I'll come back. I don't see anybody out there. Maybe this did something to the algorithm and kind of put a halt to it. So I'm going to go ahead and end this, and then I'm going to come back on and see if that kicks it in the head and brings back some viewers. So as you were, as always, I'll be back. Uh, yeah, wait. Let's do this officially, right? Let's end with a bang. So, as I've said in the past here. Here we go.